Hi, this is Ziegler, and I'm going to review ions real quick. So we know that ions, again, are elements that are charged atoms, meaning that they have a positive or negative charge. Elements become ions because they gain or lose electrons to form them. Okay, this is based on what's called the octet rule. The octet rule are atoms that will lose or gain valence electrons in order to have a full outer shell. The phrase, everybody wants to be a noble gas, is something to remember in order to remember what the octet rule is. So, octet means 8. That means that when you have 8 valence electrons, again, valence electrons are the electrons in its outermost shell. The farthest away from the nucleus is that outermost shell. And then the maximum number that any atom wants to have is 8 in order to be happy. And that is why they form ions. Elements will gain except for hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, and boron because they cannot have a full outer shell of 8 because their second energy level is generally not full with 8. They usually will lose those in order to have a full outer shell, which would be the first energy level, which would be 2. So remember, ions are where the number of protons are not equal to the number of electrons. The way that you get your charge is taking the number of protons, positive protons, minus the number of electrons, negative electrons. Okay, there are two different types of ions: cations, which are positive, and then anions, which are negative. Metals, this is a type of element, they will lose all of their valence electrons in order to have a full outer shell. Nonmetals, which again is a type of element, will gain valence electrons in order to have a full outer shell. So in class, we are going to do an activity in which you will form these ions so you can visually see them. That these are notes that you need to make sure that you have in your notebook.